Hey guys, what is going on? It's Reaper here back with another MW3 gameplay, and this is another random class. And I do apologize for not bringing you guys any content yesterday, but I just really needed a break, and I got that, and so I will be back up and running, bringing you the best content in all of the YouTubes. So let's get right into it. And before this video gets started, I'd just like to say leave a like, rating, and subscribe if you want to see more, because I do put out content pretty much every day. So anyways, the topic I wanted to get into today is pretty much since the NFL has gotten kicked off again, the whole concern over whether or not the Washington Redskins should change their name has definitely come up. And I'll just say my opinion that yes, the Washington Redskins should probably change their name, and I think it might even help them to change their names, but I think it's, since the word is offensive to a lot of people, I mean, there are baseball teams like the Cleveland Indians and stuff like that, but Redskin was used as a word to identify people of Native American culture and genetics. And so, I mean, that's how they identified them when they raided, like, the Native American camps to send them away, to, like, send them west, and eventually to exterminate them. I mean, if you were even a little bit of deeper color skin than the average man was, than the average European was, then you'd probably get killed for being a redskin. And so, now that there's such a widely known symbol, the Washington Redskins, the football, it's become a big issue of, should we be more sensitive and change the names of the rest of the names of all the potentially offensive football teams and baseball teams and every other kind of team. So, first of all, there was a team in New York, I do believe it was, that did change their. There was a high school football team, and they were called the Redskins, and they did change their name after students insisted that it was offensive to some people, and so I think the only thing that's been driven the hate of not the hate, but the blindness of the American public to how offensive it actually can be is the fact that, I mean, most football fans are just, I mean, your average Joe or something, but a lot of them are white, and they've never felt what it means to be oppressed, really, as in terms of skin color, and it's still very sensitive to a lot of Native American cultures because they don't have the rich heritage that they used to, and that's mostly to blame on white people. And yes, white people are horrible. We're bad people. Anyways, it's definitely been a fierce debate since, I think, the early 90s. And, I mean, people go back and forth. It's like, yes, they should change the name, but it would take a lot of money and blah, 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 and all sorts of good stuff. And I think if the name was to change, it would change right before next season. Because if they wanted to change the name, they would have to change all of their merchandise and their logo and everything like that. So the change would be before next season, and not changing in the middle of the season, because that just, economically, that doesn't make sense. So if anyone wanted to change the name, they could look at a change possibly as close as near the beginning of next season. And I think it will probably change in the next couple of years, because a lot of people are offended by it, and it's really hard to ignore when people are offended by it, because they boycott you, and you don't want... You want everyone to be a fan of your football team, and all that good stuff, and it's hard when some people can't be, because it's offensive to either what they are or what they believe in, and both. So, in terms of the Washington Redskins, I don't think there's any ill harm or ill will behind the people who want to change or want to keep the name. It's just the name that they've grown up with. It's the name they've been associated with. I mean, everyone remembers the sack that Lawrence Taylor had on the quarterback. The quarterback in the early '90s, I think. ended his career and everything like that. And it's a historic football team. They've had their ups and their downs, and of course they were in the news, big news last year because RG3 led them to a playoff in his first year as a rookie quarterback for the Washington Redskins. And so I think if anyone should get behind this, it's Robert Griffin III, because he's the face of the team now. I mean, there's no one else on there. Maybe London Fletcher, who is the middle linebacker, I believe, for them. But RG3 really is the person who needs to get behind this and say, yes, we are changing the name of our team, but it can be a better team and people united, rather than have a team be the same thing that it has been and ignore the feelings of some people. And I think a lot of people will definitely give RG3 a lot of credit, more than he probably deserves, but people need someone to stand behind, and especially if all the football fans for the Washington Redskins are like, and they sit down and they see like an RG3 commercial, and it's like, yeah, well, if he's behind it, then I can definitely get behind it. I mean, he's only been, it's hard to not be behind your favorite player. I mean, look at Tom Brady for the New England Patriots. When he was up for re-signing on his contract, he took less money, so the team could prosper as still one of the better teams. So, it's exactly the opposite of what Joe Flacco did. And the Patriots fans all got behind Brady on it. He's a big part of the Patriots, and Robert Griffin III is a big part of the Redskins. So, in terms of how to do it, I think that would be the best idea, is just to make sure that you get people that are influential and that are on the team itself, and make sure that they get behind it and are really pushing it with the public, they're making appearances, and they show up at some protests, and they're like, no, we should definitely change our name. It'll help, more people will come to the games. We'll be more profitable as an NFL team, and more fans are always good, because everyone needs a team to root for if you're in football. So anyways, I would be really interested in hearing your guys' thoughts over this. I know especially since the NFL season just kicked off, it's been a prominent issue, since the early 90s, but I'd be really interested in hearing your guys' thoughts. So I got nothing else. Remember to go check out my counterpart's channel, Acid Blackouts, and until next time, I'm going to say peace.